Hey, so what is going on, everyone? It is me, Mr. Mario.
And Dope Swanner.
And how are you doing, man?
I am doing fantastic. How you doing, man?
I'm slightly coughing, but I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you getting over a cold or what's the deal?
Oh, bronchitis.
Oh, you did say that. Oh my god, I totally forgot. I feel so bad now. Like, you never listen.
You never listen.
Oh man, it's been what, a little over a week?
Just over a week, yeah, because I started taking medication for it this let me see, I'm not gonna bring up my calendar right now, but it was on a Tuesday, and right now we're recording Saturday, so it's been about a week. Maybe now a week and a half. So to everyone, since this is not a tutorial where I can just cut up stuff really easily, if you hear me cough over the next 45 minutes to an hour, yeah, it's because I'm still getting over that. For anyone that's never had bronchitis, it's pretty much, it attacks your lungs and all that, so you got to get over it. And for it sucks, man, because you get over the cold type symptoms. Like, I feel so much better now, but you cough. Like, you just have light coughs for about a month afterwards.
Dude, try having that and being a smoker, man. I've had it a few times, that, and then I had strep throat once when I was a smoker too, dude. Oh my god, it was just like the worst.
And I don't smoke cigarettes or anything else like that. So how bad would that be where you have strep throat and then you're breathing in, that fire air?
That was the only time, or that was actually the first time that I quit smoking cigarettes, dude. I got it so bad, and I think it lasted for about a month, dude. It was about a month of just hell. And the first week I smoked, and every time I'd smoke, I'm like, oh my god, why am I doing this? I want to die. And then after about the first week, I was just like, dude, I can't fucking do this anymore. And so after 3 weeks, I was just like, hey, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. So
nice.
At the time, it was like a blessing in disguise, and then I started smoking cigarettes again. But
that works out very well.
Yeah. So yeah, that was cool. But dude, I
was gonna say, just enter real quick. This is ModChat Plus episode. I think this is episode 4. I want to say.
Barely episode 4?
I think it's episode 4. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But okay. It might be episode 5. We just what happened was Daniel and I here were trying to get this figured out. We were actually trying to do a episode of ModChat, and our special guest decided to sleep. So we're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and see if he will reschedule, and if not, we'll figure out something for this month's ModChat. But until then, we decided, hey, let's do a ModChat Plus episode.
Yeah, we're already together and ranting about a bunch of stuff, so might as well.
We're talking. Oh, it's episode 5. My bad. So see, this is pretty much how ModChat Plus is. It's really laid back. We don't really have anything that we're going after. So this is just where Daniel and I just talk about whatever the hell we want to, and it's our bonus little mod chat that we do every few months.
Basically, I feel like it's just a way for you guys to get updated on what's going on and hear bullshit, funny, weird stories, which is just pretty much what we always talk about when we do talk,
Yeah, works out well enough. So yeah, we've already talked about the bronchitis, the smoking, the what else?
Dude, so you know how my dog is always barking in the background of all of our videos?
Yeah, by the way, that sucked to edit out of Mod Chat episode 14. I spent 30, 45 minutes going in because I pulled out your specific audio channel, and I had to cut out every part that had your dog barking.
I would just put a picture at the beginning and say now starring, and then but she's inside right now, laying on the ground next to me, and dude, she is not doing hot at all, man.
Really?
She's always had a lot of problems. She's had chronic ear infections ever since she was really little, really bad, where she'd scratch her ears to the point of bleeding. And I tried a bunch of different things, from changing up her diet. I was buying her, because I heard it could be an allergy, so I bought her a limited diet with just fish and brown rice. It didn't do anything, and it was expensive, so I was like, dude, this is dumb. So
giving your dog fish and brown rice, yeah.
Right? And then so then I tried bathing her more often. That didn't help at all. And then this past 2 weeks here, dude, she started eating away at one of her thighs, and it looked pretty bad, but I was like, okay, I think it's just a temporary thing. And then my mom came around the other day and was like, Delilah might not make it. I was like, what are you talking about? And I went outside, and the complete other side of her leg has a 6x6-inch bald bloody spot where she ripped out all of her fur, and it's just raw flesh, dude. And so it's fucked, man. And so I bought her a collar, one of those cones, shame cones or whatever. And thinking she wouldn't. Yeah, she looks so sad. thinking that maybe she wouldn't be able to get to it, and of course she was able to. So now, like, I have her. She's not an inside dog at all because we have wood floors, but I like allowed my mom to basically let me have her in my room, and she's been so good, dude. She's just like laying on her carpet, or like laying on her little. My Pokemon comforter is now her bed, and so she's just sleeping on that, and she hasn't really been biting or scratching. So honest to God, dude, I think it might be a like anxiety / separation thing because she's so content and happy as long as she's like around me, but as soon as she's by herself, dude, she starts to like freak out and eat away at herself. So
I gotcha.
You know, so I'm hoping that we can get her back to health because she's only 2 years old, and that's like I'd be so sad to lose her. But that's why she's not barking, because she is passed the fuck out right now, dude.
I gotcha. Yeah, well, so let's hope for the best for your Doge.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much.
No problem. No problem. You know, trying to keep the positive vibes going.
Yeah, positive. Oh god, that reminds me of Leafy, dude. He always says that, dude. He always says positive vibes. And then like the thing that made me so funny when he was about to get in all of his laugh when he was gonna get into his stories, like every time he says, "Grab your e-girl, grab your fucking what is that?
Your waifu pillows and all that shit.
Your waifu pillows, your G Fuel."
I saw some waifu pillows yesterday, and I was like, no, I'm not getting any.
Oh, yeah, that shit makes me laugh though.
I can't do the waifu pillow or the body pillow type thing. But yeah, I for anyone that doesn't know, I actually the other day I went to a anime convention that was local here, and it was fun enough to go to. But dude, the thing that pissed me off about it, right? Like, Daniel, have you ever been to a convention?
I haven't. I wanted to go to Comic-Con for a while, but or actually,
there's 3 Comic-Cons in my area.
Is there really?
There's 3.
I also want to go to PAX. PAX is always the thing I've wanted to go to.
Tanner, Tan Squid as people, Tanner. I said Tanner, but anyways, or Tan Squid as people know him on here. Him and I had talked about going to PAX like on the West Coast or something like that, because he's on like the West Coast of Canada, and we've tried to figure something out. It's kind of one of those things I've told him, I'm like, dude, if you're ever serious about it, I will make sure we can secure tickets and meet up.
It's usually in Oregon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys ever wanted to go, that's the thing I've really wanted to do, and I actually almost drove up to. They had it was like a retro convention up in Northern Cali. I think it was Oregon as well, and I almost went to that, but and I was gonna go with my buddy, but he had to go. It was like during the time he was in Sacramento for his THP Academy or whatever. But I was so close to going, dude. Like, I absolutely would love to go to PAX. So if you guys are like ever serious about it and we can really like do something, I think that'd be such a fun way to fucking meet up and have a good time and geek out, dude.
Honestly, the worst thing about all that, because like we can like figure out communication, transportation, all that. It's more securing tickets would be the hardest part.
Just airfare?
No, not airfare. Like securing tickets to PAX.
Oh, to the actual.
Yeah, no, dude, because all the other stuff can be figured out with money. I mean, real talk. That's how it's gonna be. Yeah. But like the hardest thing about going to PAX now is getting PAX tickets,
because they sell out so quickly, or because
oh, dude, they sell it within like 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. PAX is huge because also it's not like E3 or like E3. You can't get tickets to that. E3 you have to be invited or like have a press pass or something. That's a press event. While as PAX is consumer stuff.
Yeah, that'd be super fun to go to, dude.
Also, I'm while this is going on, I'm actually trying to communicate with our star guest, and because he finally got back to me, and he is very sick.
All of a sudden?
Yeah. He said last night he might have caught something, so he's saying his whole entire body is sore.
Well, we don't need his whole entire body.
That includes his throat, which is used for talking. So,
dude, that's when you make some Earl Grey tea. I know Mr. Mario's a fan of the teas.
Dude, I love tea.
I know you do, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I used to be so jealous. My mom has her best friend is from Holland, and they always get the bombest tea. And my mom went and visited her the other day, and on my kitchen table right now is probably like 200 different types of tea from Holland, dude. Ooh. It's just like we have like a fucking plethora of tea right now, dude.
That sounds so amazing.
Yeah, there's one called Winter Tea, which is absolutely phenomenal. And if I can secure a package, I potentially can send some your way. We'll see here.
I would totally be down for that.
I bet, dude. Yep. So you picked up Far Cry Primal, right?
I did.
Have you put some serious time into it yet, or not really?
Less than 10 hours, I want to say.
Okay, what is your consensus on the game so far?
I like it.
Okay.
really enjoying it. It's definitely, I've noticed when it comes to Far Cry games, I've tried all of them, really. I've tried 1, 2, 3, 4, Blood Dragon, and Primal. And the Far Cry games that I like aren't Far Cry games. And by that, I mean the ones that I've truly enjoyed have been Blood Dragon and Primal.
What is Blood Dragon? That's the one I haven't heard of.
Blood Dragon is a first-person nostalgia parody first-person shooter game.
And that came out after the 4th?
It came out after 3.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, the only thing, I think it was good because it sold really well. The only thing it has to do with Far Cry is the name. They called it Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
But it's really no...
Oh, it's nothing close to what Far Cry represents.
It's weird. I've never even actually heard of it. I own Far Cry 4 on PS4, and I probably put about...
Daniel, there's a button, if you're playing on a controller or a keyboard, there's a button to flip off enemies.
Wait, what?
On Blood Dragon.
No way.
Yeah, no, there's an entire button dedicated, an entire action press dedicated to flipping off enemies.
That's ridiculous.
That's why I tell people, I'm like, dude, and it's like one of the cheapest ones. It's like when it came out, I think it was $20 or $30.
Is it on PC?
Yeah.
You said, yeah?
It's on everything.
So weird. I don't know how the fuck I've never could have seen it, because my brother played a decent amount of Far Cry 3. He really enjoyed it. And like I said, I have Far Cry 4 on PS4, and I only played for like an hour 30 because, not that it was a bad game, dude, it's just more my, spazzy, unable to stick to a game for too long type personality that didn't let me continue it. But overall, like, I did enjoy it, dude. I thought it was like a pretty, gorgeous terrain, and like it was fun. Like, it definitely was fun. I will say though, like, I always got Just Cause and Far Cry mixed up for whatever reasoning, and I will say though, I like the Far Cry series a lot more. I like Just Cause series.
I gotcha. I gotta say, like, I haven't played. I played a little bit of Just Cause 2. Haven't played anything else, but Just Cause 3 looked just so fun. And people told me, they're like, see, the problem with Just Cause 3 is that the storyline sucks, and that the main missions are shitty, and it's just a game where you run around and you just do random stuff. And I was like, I've heard everyone say that, and that's why I want to get it. Because yes, I normally do like a good story and all that, but I'm not going to play it for the story. I want to play it because you can literally do anything and zipline anywhere, and that looks so fun to me.
The funnest part about that game is the zipline and the scroll suit, I will say. That is, like, the scroll suit works so well as a form of transportation with your speed that it's fantastic. But I think that, for me, like you said, the other things the missions are really repetitive. It's basically like you're rescuing these fucking villages. You have to take down the dictator's tower, knock down all those billboards, and like it's so fucking repetitive, and like feels like they just didn't, like, they made a beautiful world and didn't do a whole lot with it. But I will say, I know Far Cry 3 had a retarded amount of mods that made the game awesome. So I'm hoping that somebody does a cool mod where it'd be an awesome game if someone was able to create a mod for a multiplayer server, dude.
That'd be awesome.
So fun. I think Far Cry 3 did that.
For Far Cry, Far Cry 2 had a crazy multiplayer component on it.
I'm lying. I'm talking about Just Cause, dude. I see that we go.
Yep, there we go again.
I told you. Yeah, I always fuck up.
Damn, Daniel, back at it. No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that shit.
Oh my god, dude. my last week at the bar, dude, every time I went into work, damn, Daniel. And I'm like, wait, did I tell you about when I was playing Counter-Strike and before I had seen that video?
No.
Dude. Okay, so after that video had come out, I'm playing Counter-Strike, and someone on my team was like, damn, Daniel. And I got really quiet. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, how does this guy know my name? So I like went to my Steam profile and was like checking things out. And I saw I had my name in my Steam profile, so I changed it to Dopes. And then like I was playing a little bit more, and like probably a couple days later, damn, Daniel. And I'm like, dude, did I get fucking hacked? Like, these people know me? Like, is this a troll? Like, what's going on? And it happened one more time, and I was like, this is just getting way too weird. So I typed in the Google, damn Daniel, and that's when I found the video and was like, oh my god, this all makes sense now, dude. I was tripping out though. Like, think about it. What if someone was saying like, damn, Mario? Like, when you're playing, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, how do you know me? It was weird, dude. Like, it was super weird. And then once I found it out, I just kind of like slapped my knee and was like, you idiot. Of course that's why. You're not special.
Of course it's a meme. See, the worst thing about that was, I know I Hate Everything made a video about it. He made some good points. The problem with it was it got popular and nobody knew why it was popular and nobody knew why it was funny.
I didn't find it that funny, to be honest with you.
I didn't find it funny either. Like, I don't know. It's just...
It was talked about a lot by my house, though, because the guy actually lives, like, 10 minutes from me.
Oh, gotcha.
He's from Riverside. He goes to I don't want to like say his name or like his school or anything like that.
Oh, his name's Daniel.
Yeah, yeah, obviously, but yeah, he's in my school district, and like one of the girls that I worked with was in the same high school with him and stuff like that. And did you hear he got on like Ellen and got a lifetime supply of Vans?
I didn't hear about the lifetime supply of Vans, but that's amazing because shoes are expensive.
Exactly, dude. I'm like, he is so set now. Like, you know what I would do for a lifetime supply of Vans, man?
Kill someone?
Maybe I might.
Okay.
So here's a question I have for you, which is a question that I feel like I ask you almost every time we're in a ModChat Plus. Is what games are you looking forward to coming out in the next couple months here?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know. Let's see, because there's so many games I don't really get excited for anymore. I know, like Star Fox. I do have that pre-ordered. That's going to be coming out in April. I want to say.
Is it like Star Fox Adventures though? Or is it actually
Star Fox Zero? It's I don't think it's going to be. I think it might be kind of like Adventures, but it's going to be a lot like Star Fox 3D is what it looks like, and it's going to have some things incorporated from Star Fox 2 that was unreleased, so it's going to be pretty neat.
Obviously, that's on Wii U then, right? Or is it the PS2?
No, it's just Wii U exclusive, which I'm totally I'm excited for.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've actually picked up a few Wii U games recently because I got Devil's Third. I haven't played either of these yet. I got Devil's Third and I got Twilight Princess HD.
Badass, dude.
Yeah. I know that the thing is I got Twilight Princess HD because I was like, oh hey, I want to play it here and all that, but like the disappointing thing is, it's not a proper remake or remaster.
What do you mean?
It runs at 1080p, which is cool. 30 frames a second, which is like, okay, like the game on GameCube and that Wii ran on 30 frames. And then I've been told the textures look better. Granted, I haven't played it yet, and I didn't really play the game that much on the Wii.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things, I looked into it, and I was like, well, even the videos I've seen, I wasn't too impressed with the graphics. It's like, it looks okay. But then the weird thing is, it actually has frame rate drops in it compared to the GameCube and Wii release.
That's something that you've seen online?
Yeah, and like people have covered it, and there's a few times when like fall comes in and all that stuff, like the frame rate drops a little bit, and it's not like detrimental or anything, but I'm like, okay, this game is like 10 years old. How was this not remastered properly? And in addition to that, if you have the Dolphin emulator, you can play the game on Dolphin at like 4K 60 frames. So it's like, well, shit, I paid for like an inferior product. What is this? But I still got it because I still want to. I try and support stuff on the Wii U when I can. I want to add it to the collection, and I will play it on there. It comes with a few exclusive things. Like, it comes with like the little amiibo, and it has like an extra DLC thing and some new modes and all that aren't on the original versions.
Yeah.
But honestly, as a remaster itself, it is not good.
That sucks.
But I see. Yeah.
That sucks, monkey nuts.
Yeah, I see, live and learn. I don't know.
I still though, just because it's Zelda, like it's still fucking cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess like most of the games that I was excited for have already released. Like I was excited for The Division, as you know, I've been playing a ton of, which I'm excited because I saw somewhere online that they're already adding, at least I don't know if it's rumor or whether, I didn't see it from the official devs or anything like that, but I've heard that next month they're coming out with free add-ons for the end game and stuff like that. And I've also heard that there's going to be quite a few free DLCs among paid DLCs, so I'm hoping that they'll like increase level cap and add a bunch of good stuff like that. But so I was excited for that. I was excited originally for Far Cry Primal, but just because I haven't finished Far Cry 4 and trying to kind of be tight with money right now, I just decided I'll at least hold off until there's a pretty good sale, since I'm going to get it on PC. And like PC games do drop in price so quickly, you know.
That's true.
So I'm going to wait on that for a little bit. One game I was really excited for was is it called Tangle or no? It's
Unravel.
Unravel, dude. That's it. I looked at that game. I saw it. Was it E3? Like I think it was like an E3 teaser.
I think it was revealed at E3.
And so I saw it and was like, wow, this looks just so fucking cute, and it's really creative. And I also like all of the scenery and stuff like that is from Sweden, and it actually looks just like my grandparents' house in the background. They have like a beachy house, and it looks just like it. And I know
that's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. I knew my mom would love it, so that's one game that I'm definitely gonna pick up at some point, because I've heard that it's just like a pretty relaxing game, pretty fun. I like the mechanics of it, dude, with the whole like having to use the yarn to basically maneuver through your environment. It looked for being like an indie game, it looked pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's definitely a fun game. I haven't played it yet because there's so many games I've missed out on. Like I've recently, I was telling Daniel about this before we recorded, but I've been playing like kind of the relaxing, artsy movie style ish game. So I played Journey for the first time, and just this week, like within 5 days, I beat it twice. Like it was that good. I played it through it once, and then I played through it a little bit more, and then I actually went back and restarted it again a few days later and played through it in its entirety. And just excellent, well done game on the PS4. Then right now I'm playing through Firewatch. There's so many games I'm playing through right now, but the main ones I'm sticking to are Firewatch and Heavy Rain, because I also got Firewatch, of course, and I got the Heavy Rain Beyond Two Souls collection.
When it comes to both Journey and the Firewatch, Journey's not a $60 game, is it?
No, it's not. You can get on PSN for a pretty discounted price, and then I actually got because it didn't come out physically in the US, so I do need to do a video on this, but I've actually been importing games regularly because there's so many games that I want physical copies of, and I can get for just as much or even cheaper or maybe a little bit more expensive than the digital releases here. Mm-hmm. So I actually got a Korean import of the collector's edition of Journey that comes with Journey, Flower, and Flow.
That's badass.
Yeah, because it was like, and what does make sense is they released the exact same thing on PS3 a few years ago, but then they did the exact same thing for PS4, and they didn't release it physically in the US.
Who makes these decisions?
I don't know, because it's one of those things. It's like, well, shit, I bought my physical copy, but I didn't support the company. I supported some dude in Korea.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. He's excited though. He's happy about it.
He was hyped. I mean, it was packaged very well, so I was happy about that.
There's a game, dude, that hopefully you know the name of. It's coming out on PS4, I believe, this year. I think it's not until like Q3, and it's like you're like this chick with a crossbow, and
was that like the mechanical looking one?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, let me see.
That game looked fucking awesome, dude.
Chick crossbow. I'm just looking this up on Google. I don't remember what. 10-year-old girl says 800-pound gator with perfect. No, that's not it. That's not it either. Let me see. 23 games from E3 2015 with. Okay, this is it. Hold on. It's not gigantic. Hold on. I'm gonna have to just go. Horizon. That's it. Horizon Zero Dawn. No, dude. That I definitely need to pick up.
It looks fantastic, dude. Like, I mean, it could be a complete flop, but it looks absolutely amazing.
I think that's from the same. We talked about that on another episode, actually, but I think that's from the same studio that did Killzone.
Oh, so it's gonna be probably fucking good.
I think so. Well, I hope so. I've never been a Killzone fan, but like Killzone, what the hell was it? Shadowfall? I hated that game, man.
Really, I played Killzone 3 a decent amount on PS3, and I liked it.
I heard that one wasn't that good, actually, but then people mostly compared it to Killzone 2, which people say is like the pinnacle of the series.
And I never played that, so I had nothing to compare it to.
That's true.
So that's probably the reason why.
The problem with Horizon, not Horizon, with Killzone, was that like it came out on launch for the PS4. Excellent use of the PS4's hardware and everything. It's like that was that game where you got this fresh new system, and you're like, hey, you want to see why the PS4 is worth getting? You pop in Killzone, and the first level, amazingly well done. It's so beautiful. This is like next gen is here. Like that was like the introduction to 8th generation, right? I never got past the second level. The second level was just so goddamn boring. I couldn't do it, man. I tried it like 4 times. I couldn't do it. I sold that game.
That sucks ass, dude.
I was going to mention, though, have you heard about kind of a current event with game, but have you heard about Lionhead Studios closing up shop?
No.
Dude, like it was the company that did Fable.
What? When did this happen?
Like a few days ago. So probably by the time this comes out, I'm kind of guesstimating when I'll drop the video. Probably about like a week or so ago for anybody listening when this just comes out.
Following closure news, Fable Studio Lionhead makes first statement, discusses this tough week and thanks fans for their support. Yeah. Craziness. Yeah, nuts. I hadn't heard about it.
No, they did, Lionhead, they did the whole, like, the Black and White series of the Fable series. They were currently working on Fable Legends, which was in beta. I still have beta access. I never touched it because I've never really been into, MMOs or anything.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening was just this announcement came out of the blue, and they just said we're closing up shop and Fable Legends is canceled. Sorry about that, you guys. And the fucked up thing about it too is that there's more and more news coming out where the employees there didn't even know that they were going to be closing up shop until the announcement came out.
Damn.
Most of the employees actually found out from public news sources before they even knew privately.
I'd be pissed. I'd be fucking furious, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's not cool at all.
No, dude, imagine that you have a steady job and everything's going good and everything, and you just go in and, you go in at 8 o'clock and about 9:30 you go and get your coffee and you pull out your phone and you decide to browse the news sites and you see this news article that says that the company you're at right now is closing.
I'd be like pounding on my CEO's door, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the cool thing, sorry, I would just say this real quick. I didn't read this in detail. I saw the headline of it, though. And the thing I think is just so great, and it's not even a competition thing. I just think it's great that, this company, they're actually going to care about this and they're trying to help these people out. But Sony is actually now scheduling a kind of a meet and greet and a way to see if they can hire people that is specially made for the Lionhead Studios teams.
That's fucking cool.
So pretty much Sony's hosting this event. They invited everyone at Lionhead out to this event, and they're like, yeah, no, come chill with us, and we'll interview you and all that stuff, and hey, we're hiring.
That's awesome. That's super cool then.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like what they did with Kojima. Once Kojima was out of his out of his bindings with Konami, Sony's like, hey, Kojima, why don't you come over here? You want your own studio? Cool, we got that for you. You want some free dev kits? We got that for you, man. I don't know if they gave him free dev kits, but point is, Sony was extremely happy to scoop up Kojima.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. So I like that stuff, man. It makes me feel good.
No, that's cool. There's fucking decent people, or companies.
Decent companies and all that.
Exactly. I was gonna say this thing I was gonna cover on my channel that I just been informed about. Have you heard of the new NES emulator that's 3D?
Yeah, I haven't tried. Well, I don't even know if you could try it yet. I've seen it. I don't know if you could try it, but that blew my mind.
Yeah, I heard from WCA, who's a moderator on my Twitch and big in the the emulation. I think he's a moderator over at EMI Paradise.
I was gonna say I know of him. I don't know him personally, but I think he, from what I've seen, he is a moderator over there.
But yeah, he was telling me about it, and he says that I think you can try it, dude. I'm not positive, but he was saying though it's super buggy and it's in its alpha stages. But it looks like just a concept, dude, to breathe some life into such an old console, generation of games is fucking tight. And my thing is, if they have this on PC, dude, this would be such a cool thing if they can master it and port it over to the 3DS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think that will be very successful, but still, I'd love to see anything with this project. I just hope they don't get hit with a C&D or anything like that. But I think it's amazing what they are doing with this, because it's, dude, I looked at the footage and I'm like, this is stuff that kids talked about in second grade on the playground, and it's happening.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's such a fucking cool concept, dude. It is so rad. I don't know. I'm looking at it right now. I'm watching Mega Man with shadows and the boxes coming out at you. I'm just this is Dr. insane, Mario dude.
Particularly good on that.
Yeah. No, it looks insane, dude. I don't know. It's so cool. Whoever decided to do this, hats off to you. That is so cool. And I didn't hear anything about it again until recently. So I don't know if it's just something that's been kind of in the works in the background. And they
I think it was because they did the announcement. That's when everyone covered it. So
yeah. So that's definitely a cool thing in the gaming world, I guess, going on right now. Mm-hmm. But
so mechanical keyboards. We were talking about this a little bit, but I know you said you use MX Cherry Reds, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you have a excuse me, bronchitis? Yeah. Do you have a K70 or what?
Yeah. That's what I got, dude.
I got the K70 as well, but I got Cherry Blues on my keyboard. This is actually kind of a new development because I wasn't into mechanical keyboards, but it was just recently I visited a friend probably about a month ago, and I borrowed his old keyboard and used it because I was like, okay, I'm not a fan of these mechanical keyboards. I want to see why there's so much hype around them, and maybe if I use it on my own setup, at my own desk, in my own house,
you like it?
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, I hooked up that keyboard, and within an hour I ordered my own on Amazon. Yeah, I did like his a little bit more though, because that one was I had to be very particular with it. It was used already because like 2 people had already used it, and it was a DOS keyboard. Excellent keyboard, honestly, and I would have bought it. The problem was that it was shiny. It wasn't like matte black. It was shiny black.
Gotcha.
And I did not like that because, it gets all nasty and gross and all that stuff, and then you clean it and it gets scratched. If it was matte black, I would have bought it in a heartbeat.
Got you. Yeah. I definitely will say with mechanical keyboards is that I didn't understand it either. Again, PC gaming is something that I don't want to say I'm new to it anymore because I've been primarily PC gaming for quite some time now, but I definitely was late to the party. And one of my buddies, Jimmy, who I've told you about many times, he's been a PC gamer forever, and he's had mechanical keyboards for a long time. And so basically, my last girlfriend had picked me up it was a Razer Deathstalker for my birthday, probably 2.5 years ago now. And that was my first time actually having a nice keyboard with like backlit keys, and it was really nice. And
was that a membrane keyboard?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Wait, membrane. What is that?
Membrane, not mechanical.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Okay, it was like, squishy, not clicky.
It had like the keys were like chiclet style, so that was kind of like I wasn't crazy about that just because they didn't have much of a.
But like, still, you use it because your girlfriend gave it to you, and it was a nice present.
And it was a nice upgrade from what I was rocking before, which was just like a standard. Like this came with my desktop type keyboard, and so it was cool. And then I went over to my buddy's house, and I was playing on his PC, and he had the Razer Black Widow, and I instantly fell in love with it. I liked the click sound. I liked the feedback. I was like, this is fucking awesome. And so I went home.
Do you know what type of not keys, but I'm trying to think like what color the keyboard was?
Black and green.
Well, the keys. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it properly. I can't think right now, but yeah, dude.
I feel like Razer doesn't have different styles. I think Razer has their own like patent on their keys.
Really?
I'm almost positive, dude, because I was looking into it online to see, like, because basically I ordered 2 Black Widows. They both came in defective, and that's when I finally said, fuck Razer.
Oh, I remember that.
I was pissed.
Someone I know actually was wanting to get a Razer keyboard. I was like, nope, don't get Razer. And she's asked me why. I was like, because my friend went through 2 of them DOA back to back.
Exactly. So I was looking online to try to see, like, what kind of key style they had, and that's when I remember seeing something about saying that they had, like, a patent or whatever, so you can't get the exact same one.
So it's not like the MX Cherry, MX, whatever. So.
Yeah, as far as I saw,
switches. That's it. Switches.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's when I ended up getting this, K70, and I really, 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 really am happy with it in the end. But my brother was making a good point the other day when, again, he spilled water on it and was asking, is it like he's like, oh, do you think it's fucked up? And I was like, I don't know, dude. But do you think you can swap out the switches?
I believe you can.
Okay, because that's what I was going to ask.
Someone I know is actually she's wanting to swap out switches on her keyboard and stuff, so I know it's possible. Yeah, I'm not doing it, but
I feel like it'd be a pain in the ass to take off every single fucking key and do that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the thing is though, because right now I'm using Blues, which for anybody that like doesn't know how, I'm gonna move my mic and like. They're like the typical, like when you think of a mechanical keyboard, they're like those really clicky ones. And I love that clicky sound. I love how they feel and everything. But I actually just bought second K70 and I got Browns on it. And the one with Browns I have over at work. And I took over there because I still wanted the same feel of this keyboard. But I didn't want to be as loud because, everyone's going to be on their... all on their phones and stuff. So what ended up happening was I brought it over there and I noticed after like a day or 2 using it, I think I actually prefer the brown switches over the blue ones.
Really?
Yeah, to me they just feel a little bit better and they're not as loud. Like I love the sound of Blues, but the thing is I think I just love the feel of Browns the most. So, which I wasn't expecting.
Is Reds even quieter than Browns then?
Reds are quieter, and to me, I've used Reds. I don't like Reds. That's why I was shocked when you said that you had Reds on yours.
Yeah, I really like my Red, man. Like, I don't know.
I used a coworker's keyboard on my setup for a day or 2, and his had red switches, and I was not a fan of them because like I used it and I was like, what the hell? This like to me, Reds feel a lot like a membrane keyboard.
Maybe that's why I like it then, dude, because it's like it feels more like something I'm used to. Yet it's much more responsive though. I mean, like I barely have to put any pressure on a key for it to actually type something. While the other ones you have to press them all the way down for it to make contact.
And that's the thing for me. I bottom out my keys, so for me that's not an issue at all. But with gaming, that's why reds are preferred a lot of the time because it's quicker response, but at the same time also there's less, kind of like noise and all that between the keys. Mm-hmm. So like hitting one key, you're not going to, have another key end up like putting out a button press or anything like that.
Gotcha.
But see, for me, like, because you do a lot more gaming on your computer than I do, and I do have a game-capable PC, but I do a lot of, like desktop-based work and everything, and just a lot of stuff on here that isn't gaming-related, so I don't need, like, that responsiveness and everything, and I already bottom out my keys on a regular basis when I type, because that's just how I type, so that's why the browns and the blues are perfect for me.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, that's why they have the 3 different style switches, is because everyone has their own...
many. They actually have more than that.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, there's like 4 main ones. There's red, brown, blue, and there was another one, but there's probably at least 10 different kinds.
Jesus, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, those are just the most common ones.
So the other ones, what you think special order them then? Because I don't see them like ever really.
Kind of, yeah. I know my coworker said he likes browns and blacks, and I've never tried blacks, but browns I have at my workplace on my keyboard there.
Got you.
Yeah. No, I gotta say though, Corsair, I love how quality this keyboard is and everything. And my mouse, I actually just switched over to a gaming mouse as well too, because one thing I ended up realizing is, although I've never been into, like, I even tell people, I'm like, you do not need a gaming mouse, you don't need a gaming keyboard, you don't need any of that, you really don't.
Yeah.
But one thing I have noticed, and the reason why, if you go to my desk at work now, and it looks like, I'm in like a pro gaming tournament or something like that, I've realized that not only this stuff is higher quality, but it's more comfortable than just the regular stuff that you buy.
Yeah.
So, for example, like my keyboard and my mouse, because I kind of realized this when I had to work from home for a few days, I used my gaming capable stuff, and it just felt so nice. Not just because I was at home working, but because this stuff was designed, 1, to be reliable and responsive, 2, to actually last for years, and 3, they know that pro gamers use this stuff and all that, and gamers are buying this, so this is designed to still be comfortable after 12 hours of straight use if you have to do that.
Got you. I'm looking right now at I found all the different switch colors, dude. There's black, there's red, there's brown, there's blue, and then the less common ones are clear, gray, green, white, super black, dark gray, and Cherry MX lock switches.
I haven't heard of the lock ones actually.
It says Cherry MX lock switches are locking linear switches that stay down until pressed again.
Huh, I couldn't do that.
Typically used for cap locks and TTY locking keyboards before the 1980s.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't need that.
No. Yeah, then they have super black, which are extra stiff. Clear switches are a stiffer version of the brown switches with a tactile bump and weighing 65 CN. Gray switches are used for space bars and clear key. Yeah, I don't know, dude. There's a lot of shit, like you said. But the more common ones are mostly brown, blue, and red, and then also looks like blacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll tell people this, like all this keyboard stuff. It's interesting. You don't need this stuff, but like I've even, because right now, like the mouse I'm using, I'm not a fan of Razer. I'm really not. But yeah. I have a Razer Death Adder. The reason why I'm using this is because I bought this on a thrift store for like $5.
No way, that's a good deal. I would take it too.
That's why when people are just like, oh, why are you using a Razer mouse? I'm like, because it was $5. They're like, where do you get that from? I got it from a thrift store.
That's crazy.
So that's why I use it. I mean, granted, it is used, but still. But then the other mouse I'm using at work is actually this like $10 Chinese mouse that's from a company called like 3 Blue or E Blue or something like that, and it's actually a really good mouse.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, my buddy that has all the Razer stuff loves it, dude. So I don't know. I mean, Razer's such a big company that it's like
Razer's kind of the Apple of
gaming peripherals.
Yeah, of gaming peripherals to me. It's like I could do with or without them. Doesn't really matter. It's not my preference. Like as I said, right now I am using this Death Adder, but like I could use like that other like that 3 Blue or E Blue mouse I have. Like I'd be just as happy using that, and I am happy using that because I use it for like 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday.
Yeah, I live on my keyboard. I mean, I live on my keyboard. I live on my computer, so it's like, give me.
I got you.
So,
yeah.
trying to think, man. Is there anything else under?
Yo, I was gonna rant about this a little bit. I ranted on Twitter about this. So, have I mentioned the anime convention I went to on here yet or not?
I think
this recording.
I don't know if it was before or not, dude. I don't know.
Okay.
Either way, go for it.
Essentially, if I didn't mention it already, I went to a gaming convention recently. It was fun. Not gaming, anime convention. It was fun. It was neat going. The problem is, I want to like buy a lot. I want to buy a lot of stuff there, right? And first off, you have to pay like $30 to get in. I don't have an issue with that, but I had to pay $32 because, you know, I was there day of and I had to pay with a card. So I paid my $32 and they have an entire wing of this hotel convention center or whatever it is, right? Just dedicated to buying stuff. And there's everything from like waifu pillows to anime DVDs and Blu-rays to video games and stuff like that. And normally you go to these things to buy stuff if you want to because they have all this under one roof and you can normally, you know, swing a little bit of a better deal and from what I know, at least, right? Because I'd only been to like 2 other conventions. I went to a smaller Comic-Con and I went to a gaming expo. Now, when I went to the gaming expo, that was awesome. It was kind of expensive to get in, but I did buy some wall scrolls. I bought a console there. I actually bought a Super Famicom and I got a game or two from there. And I bought the stuff there because I looked it up before I bought it and I talked with the owners and he got me a little bit of a deal. But when I looked at the stuff, it was fairly priced. Excuse me. It was about the same price as you would find online or even cheaper. Like my Super Famicom was like $40.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So you got a good so you got
That's a Japanese Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Wait, you own one?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude. I've always wanted one that looks so badass.
Oh, dude, they're great, but like I still have it sealed up and everything. Point is, though, I paid $40 for that thing, complete, working, tested, all that fun stuff. That's why you would go to a convention and to buy stuff, in my opinion, because you would hope to get better deals there. I went to this place, right, and I only bought 2 things. I bought some plushies because the plushies were just fucking adorable and they were cheap enough, and I bought a wall scroll because the wall scroll was like $16. I was like, okay, that's fair, you know, whatever it is. But there was a lot of like Blu-rays and games I wanted to buy too, and I didn't buy anything because the problem is I looked up the prices on this and everything was minimum $10 more than what you could find online.
So fuck that.
Yeah, and it pissed. No, I'm ranting about this. It pissed me off because it's like, first off, I already paid the $32 fucking to get to the convention, right? Got to drive my ass out there. Got to deal with all these other awkward people that might smell bad. Got to wade between all the furries and stuff, all the other weirdos. So if that's your lifestyle, that's fine. But then I want to like just buy some shit, and I want to support local. See, but like for example, I was saying this to Borman, the guy we had last time on here, P2P Online. I was telling him this on Twitter. Like there, I almost bought Ruby on Blu-ray because they had the series, and I was like, oh, how much is this? I really like the series. I want to get it. And they're like, it's $24 per season. They had season 1 and 2 because it's a 2-season long show, right? So I almost bought it. Look that shit up. I could get both seasons on Amazon for less than $24 on Blu-ray, shipped to my door while I'm still in my underwear. And I was like, no, thank you. I'm not doing that because as I said, the problem is I'm paying $32 to get in there, and on top of that, then every single thing I want to buy is $10 or $15 more than what it is online, and that's not the point of a convention.
That's so disappointing.
I was so disappointed, man. That's why it was, dude. Yo, Daniel, I was ready to drop hundreds of dollars there, but instead, I went out to eat with a friend later on, and then I came back home, and then I got on Amazon, and I ended up buying like $200 worth of stuff on Amazon. But the point is, one, it was like mostly anime stuff, so like when you're already saying like it's that, like anime is expensive and all that. Yeah. So the stuff I got, dude, I got like 7 series, which was a really good deal. But no, then I ended up ordering that, and I was like, you know, I could have spent all this at the convention, but it would have been so much more because there it's like normally when you think of like buying anime, you think of like really expensive prices, and they had the stereotypical expensive prices.
God damn, dude.
Yeah. No, like Elfen Lied, I've never owned the series like on DVD or Blu-ray, so I just bought that. But they had a used copy on Amazon for like $23. I picked that up. At the convention it was $40.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and like brand new, it was like 28, something like that. So I was like, okay, if it's like $25-$30, I'll buy it. I asked the guy, he's like, oh yeah, it's 40. I was like, fuck this, no. Yeah, because now if I try to negotiate with you, I'm gonna look like the asshole.
That sucks ass, dude.
Yeah, no. I was able to negotiate with a few, like with the plushies, I was able to get a few dollars off because I got a bunch of them, but still with the other stuff as well. Like the wall scroll was a fair price. I bought that. But like with all the other stuff too, like the games and everything, I was like, this is like, nah, man, no. Like, dude, this dude had amiibos. Well, super nice guy I talked to. This guy was selling amiibos at this convention. Everyone's freaking out because, okay, straight up, it's mostly, you know, like high schoolers and all that, or people who are kind of general high school age. Like I was talking to this one dude, he's like, oh my God, I've been saving up for this for like 6 months. And I was like, oh, I know. I remember how it was.
Yeah, allowances.
I understand. So I didn't say it. I just smiled and waved.
Yeah.
Then what ends up happening is like we're talking about this, and I'm looking at the. I looked at the amiibos, and there's like all these like people coming over. They're like, "Oh my God, this guy has amiibos!" Because it's like the only game shop area there.
Yeah.
So I'm looking, and like for example, he had a Shovel Knight amiibo that just came out a few months ago for $30.
Oh my God, what do they go for, Brandon? You like 10?
13.
Jesus, dude.
For fuck's sake! And I just bought one from Best Buy like a few weeks ago for technically less than that because I have the discount there, but still, I would have paid the asking price for it.
Yeah.
But no, this guy, like, it doesn't make sense to me that you come to the convention, sure, you might have to pay fees and all that stuff, and you're gonna say, oh, well, I gotta take my ass to the convention and set up and tear down all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, you have so many kids there that have been saving for 6 months or a year because it's like the one thing they're looking forward to in their miserable lives.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're gonna make money anyways. But if I'm seeing all this stuff, because even if I stayed at the convention, a lot of people, what they do for this con, I know I'm going on for a while, but this got me heated. A lot of people, what they do is they stay in the hotel there. So a lot of people, they stay there for the entire 3 days. I don't know anybody who goes there with a Blu-ray player or anything else equipped like that, right?
Yeah.
So even if I bought the Blu-ray and I stayed there for 2 or 3 days, I would have watched it until I came home. So with that, I might as well just buy the shit on Amazon
when you
and
get
wait
home
for that shipping and come. And then when it comes, I'm like, oh hey, it's nicely packaged, and I saved like $400 on all the stuff I bought.
God damn, dude.
God damn.
I feel bad for you.
God damn. I just had to get up for that.
Drop the mic, walk off the stage.
Oh my God. No, man. So my opinion of that, I don't know if I'll go to the convention again, honestly. Like it was cool going and everything. If friends want to go, I definitely go. But even the friend I went with, we didn't participate in any of the gaming stuff. He likes card games and everything and video games too. We didn't do any of that. We bought a few trinkets here and there, but it wasn't really that well worth it. Like GTX, when I went there, like the gaming convention, that was cool because, like, as I said, I did have to pay like $35 to get in, but still, then it was really awesome setup there. They had a ton of games, ton of free stuff you could do, and then even the stuff you bought was like fairly priced, but none of this stuff was fairly priced.
That's fucking outrageous, dude.
Yeah,
That's outrageous.
I have something to throw. This is
sure.
Okay, so I was gonna make a video out of this originally, but now that like you're heated, I feel like I should at least rant. Like I don't think I have nearly enough energy to get to the level that you've just hit. Like you've climaxed this, but anyways, basically, dude. So as you know, I got a new case for my computer recently. So basically I knew that I was gonna be doing a lot of computer stuff, even more so than normal over the next like month or so here, and I was like, you know what, my computer is really dusty. I haven't changed out the thermal grease on my CPU in like years. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just swap the case out, get more fans, and do all that in the process. And so originally I was just gonna buy a case on Amazon, like I do all my purchases, but I was like, you know what, no, like I want to do this now. So there's a Fry's Electronics, it's about 45-50 minutes away, and it's one of like the few places, if any, around here that actually sells like computer cases, you know, a decent selection at the actual store.
What's the theme of your Fry's, by the way?
The theme?
It doesn't Fry's Electronics have a theme to like every store?
Mine's like got like a bunch of gears and stuff. I don't know. I guess like maybe machine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the only way I can really think of it. I didn't know that until you just said that. I've only been to this one, so
I didn't know either until my friend mentioned it to me. I've never been to a Fry's, but he said the one by him when he lived in California was like aliens and stuff.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know. I guess mine. I don't know. Mine's just like machinery, kind of like gears and stuff like that. But
we don't have Fry's. We have Micro Centers, so that's
okay. Those are pretty cool.
That's the next best thing, honestly. Yeah. I don't think it's as good as Fry's, but still pretty good.
So yeah, basically I drove out there and I was excited. I was like, all right, cool, let's go. So I drove 45 minutes out there, and I am going to the case section and looking around, and I'm like, oh man, like they're fucking way more expensive than I was hoping for. Like,
Can you price match?
yes. So I went. First
Okay.
thing I do is I go to the guy and I'm like, hey, there's a guy behind the counter. I'm like, hey, do you guys price match? And he said, yeah. And I said, okay, do you guys price match with Amazon? And it's shipped out like by Amazon. He said, yeah. And I said, fantastic. So I go to this computer case that's like $70, and I'm like, man, I saw this on Amazon for like $45, and so I look on Amazon and I see it for $45, but I'm like, wait a minute. So they of course have like only the newest models on everything, so they're like the more premier ones, and in my head I'm like, it's a fucking computer case, man. Like all it's gotta do is hold the shit, look semi decent, and hold all my fans. So I'm like, all right, whatever, no big deal. And I basically was like, okay, I'll take this one. So I look down below where all the boxes are, and I see that there's no box for the one I want. And so go get help. I ask the lady and say, hey, can you check and see if you have a product for me? So she comes. I wait for a few minutes. She comes, checks it, says, okay, I'll be right back. She comes back like 5 minutes later, dude, and she's like, oh, which one was it? And I'm like, this one. She checks it again and leaves again. And so I'm already like, interesting. Like, didn't you do that the first time? And so like 10 to 15 minutes passes by, and then she comes back and I was like, you know what? Like, I don't really work this section, and I can't seem to find it. So somebody's going to come over and help you. And I'm like, okay, great. So in my head now I'm already like, why the fuck didn't you just do that from the get-go? But I'm like, whatever. So I'm waiting. About 10, 15 minutes passes by more. Nobody comes. So I'm like, you know what, dude? Fuck this. I end up going with a different case. I'm like, I am not waiting. This is bullshit. So I grab the case, throw it in my cart, and I go to the front desk, or not front desk, but like the desk for that area. And the guy's like, oh, sorry, I was going to head over there and help you in a minute. But, dude, the guy was standing around doing absolutely nothing. So in my head, I'm like, yeah, fuck you, thanks. And, like, I'm like already pretty pissed off. I'm like, this is fucking, like, terrible customer service. They had tons of people in that department, and nobody could come and help me. And so I'm like, whatever, man. And then I go look at case fans, and all the case fans there, dude, were like $20 a piece. And I was like,
that's way too much.
Yeah, well, I looked on Amazon, and they have a 4-pack of case fans for like $15 with killer ratings. I'm like, yeah, that makes more sense. So then I'm like, okay, this place is like super overpriced. And then I went to the thermal grease section because I was gonna get the Arctic Silver, which is like just, I guess, like for me the premier and like with a standard for thermal grease, and they don't fucking have it, dude. And so I'm like, oh my god, just like one thing after another with these people. And so basically I ended up leaving with my stupid case I didn't want in the first place. I didn't get the thermal grease. I had to settle for some third-party bullshit. I didn't get any fans that I wanted. And so the whole time I'm driving back, I'm just like, dude, fuck fries. So basically my thing is this is like, I think that I will stick to Amazon. This is why customer service and these retail places are failing, dude. You've got people just standing around doing absolutely nothing, and they don't have the shit you want in stock. Like, I don't know, dude. I was pissed. Like, I
wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Exactly. So, like, I know I might not sound pissed, but I was fucking pissed, dude. It was just absolutely outrageous. And oh my god, Amazon is life. That's all I gotta say.
Amazon is life, man. It's so nice.
It's so nice, man.
Yeah. Although, yo, salute to you if you work for Amazon, because, dude, like, I've been told working for Amazon is like the most stressful thing.
Yeah, I had 2 people that went into the bar I worked at that both worked for Amazon, and one of them was like a retiree that was just doing it for fun. He didn't seem to mind it very much, but I knew another kid, and he said during like holiday seasons or like their fucking Prime Day, he said it was just like he wanted to shoot himself.
Yeah, because everyone has to be working at like 110% and all that stuff. And it's like, if you, I'm sure, the work environment's still like all right, but it's like, if you quit, it's like, okay, dude, we're going to fill your shoes in the next 24 hours. We're fucking Amazon.
Yeah, it's
we can ship in someone just as fast as we can ship someone out.
Yeah, seriously, they it's not like they have difficulty in finding someone to fill shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all, man. Not at all.
And plus, like, I've heard the starting pay is above minimum, so that's a plus for a warehouse job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm sure with working at a warehouse job or anything like that, you are going to get a good amount of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I was, while that was going on, I was actually looking at the, because I want to bring, I'm still on this anime thing, man. I just want to bring this up, for example. Like, okay, I got, see, the closest thing was, like, I got, the only non-anime thing I got was Firefly Complete for $17, and that was 25 at the convention, so it wasn't that bad. But, like, okay, like, Devil is a part-timer, I paid $37 for that on Amazon. It was, like, $55 at the convention. Ruby, as I said, $24 per season. I got both of them for the same price. Elfen Lied, I already mentioned that. I paid like $23 for this here, $40 over there. I think those are the only ones I saw there. I think Dead Man Wonderland, that was like $30 or $40 there, and I paid like $17 for it here.
Jesus Christ.
So it's like seeing that stuff, it's like, dude, like, why would I spend all the money here? But, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. At least you got your plushies.
Yeah, I got my plushies.
Yeah, on a positive note. And now you know.
Exactly.
You know if you didn't try it. Like, I feel like you got to experience it.
That's true. It's something you got to experience. It works out well enough.
Yeah. That sucks, dude.
Yeah. Last thing, like, have you, I guess, because we can gotta wrap it up with this, and this will be like the one time I ever bring politics into this.
Oh, no.
But have you ever, like, heard of, like, caucusing, or have you gone caucusing or anything like that?
No idea. Nope.
Is essentially, okay, so, like, this coming political season, all that, in the next few months, they're going to decide on who's going to be the primary for, Republican, Democrat parties and all that. Mm-hmm. But to decide for that, each state has to vote and everything. So we have to vote for who we want in the primary. So I myself, I am Democrat. I'll put that out there. Mm-hmm. And each state has their own representative, like, caucus, where you have to go to either there's a day where it's set up and you go to the Republican one or you go to the Democrat one or whatever. So I went to the Democratic caucus, and then there you have to stand and vote with who you want to represent in the primaries. So what ended up happening was, like, we go there, and it just, like, this dude had nothing else going on, and he's like an old guy too. It's not like he was just like, some troll, but he represented what an internet troll would be. This old dude comes from, like, across the street or something, and it looked like he took, I don't know, like, instructions that he got off Google Maps and printed them off because he didn't have a smartphone, and then he decided to flip it over to the other side where nothing got printed on, and he found a Sharpie on the side of the road and wrote liar on it, and he's like going up, because we're all waiting in line, and he's like going up and down the line, and he's like, hey, you guys are in the wrong line. You guys are in the wrong line. What? You want to vote for a liar?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and we're all just like, so people are trying to talk to him, and he's talking back. And, like, I just ignored him. Like, I wanted to say something, but I was talking to the people next to me. I'm like, why do people talk to this guy like that? He has a troll mentality. He's literally doing what an internet troll does. And an internet troll's goal in life is to get a reaction. Yeah, and that's what this guy was doing. So this guy, it was funny because he's going around. He's like, what? You guys want a handout? You guys are going to vote for a liar? You want some free education? You don't want to pay for your education? And he's like doing all this stuff. And then all of us, like, I didn't say it, but, like, I was thinking it at least. But it's like me including there's a lot of people that are just like, dude, we got educated and we paid for higher education. He's like, no, you guys want a handout. That's what you want. You're voting for a liar. We're like, not me again, because I didn't say anything. But, like, everyone's just like, well, you're saying vote for a liar, but, like, Trump's not in the Democratic Party.
Jesus, he's a retard.
Yeah, so what happened is, like, then the people who were, like, volunteering and organizing the event, they had to, like, talk to him. They're like, okay, dude, freedom of speech, we understand, but you are getting way too close. You're antagonizing all the potential voters. You can picket over here, and you have to stay this far away from us, and you can't do it loudly.
Yeah.
So they pretty much silenced him.
Give him a boundary.
Yeah, because I told people, I'm like, well, I mean, I support what he's doing because I support freedom of speech, and I think that that's very important. But I just think that what he's doing is incredibly stupid because it's like, dude, why aren't you caucusing now?
You're in the wrong spot, bud. You're, like, wasting your time and just making yourself look like a damn fool.
Yeah, no, it was funny dealing with that. But at the same time, just like, dude, you have nothing else better to do on a Saturday?
God, you're like, yeah, don't you, where's your family?
Exactly. Like, what are you doing with your life? I wish I had as much free time as you.
Yeah, I'd love to be out protesting for no reason.
Exactly. Gotta vote for a liar! Like, he got so heated was the funny thing about it. And I'm like, why can't you take this energy you have and put it into the Republican Party?
Seriously,
like you should use that you should use that to back who you want to be
versus trying to take people away. Just hey, what is it? Positive vibes.
Positive vibes.
Oh my god, this is awesome.
Yeah, Danny, what would you do if I printed off, like, a bad picture of you and just not even like a naughty picture? I think just like a picture that you have that's just, like, not flattering, and recorded a video of my myself showering with it.
I don't know, dude. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it could be the last of our mod chats, or the last of our chats in general.
It's like I cannot do a podcast with this man anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah, or like I don't know, dude. You can go either way. Like part of me wants to see it and be like, hell yeah, Mario. Like a lot of people talk about it or think about doing weird things, but you're out there doing it, you know. So I don't know. But yeah, based off like just picturing it in my head, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm a little concerned.
I would still be clothed. I viewed like those awkward people that's going into the pool with their shirt on.
Yeah, like if you were nude, then like that'd be yeah.
That couldn't be on YouTube. That'd be on like X videos or something like that.
Yeah. Well, maybe like you'd upload like an uncensored version and like a censored version. See which one does better.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Anyways, you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, dude. I think I'm pretty content.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so that's Mr. Mario and Dope Sorter signing off, and spreading the positive vibes and all that stuff.
Nothing but positive vibes here.
Nothing but positive vibes. Yeah. You want to plug anything like YouTube channel, Twitter, Facebook? You got a Patreon now, all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys. I'm sure most of you know my YouTube, but if you don't, youtube.com/dopeswanner. I do have a Patreon if you guys want to support me or anything like that. There's a lot of like little perks and stuff like that. Links are on my channel for that if you want, and I don't know, all the Twitter and Instagram and all that good stuff is also on my channel, so I don't think I need to really go through all that stuff.
You're the money.
Exactly. No.
Yeah, money makes the world go. No, I actually had someone. This is like a while because occasionally I'll do like a video about like YouTube partnerships, money, all that stuff, and I don't even remember what the hell this was about, honestly. But I had like somebody was like complaining, and I said something along the lines of like, "Well, dude, thanks for the support because now this video is going to get more views, which will equate to more money." And he's like, "Oh, well, dude, that's fine because money is just it's." He was trying to like downplay the fact of money, and he was like, well, that's fine, dude, because like I'll support you all because money's not going to be very useless. Like you can only use it in this life and you can't take it with you in the afterlife. I'm like, you have kind of a point there, but I really want to see you not pay rent and tell that to your landlord. And just see how that happens. Be all like, oh, well, the reason why I didn't pay you is because money's not that important because when you die, you can't take it with you. It's like, okay, so you're saying I can kill you now and get your rent money, right?
Right?
Yeah, man. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you all for watching and listening, everyone. If you're on YouTube, links will be down below in the description. We definitely like to know what you thought of this podcast in the comment section. If you're listening to it on Podbean or iTunes or anything like that, I guess you could comment on the YouTube because I don't really check the comments anywhere else, to be honest. But yeah, you can follow me if you'd like to. You can follow Dope Swatter and check out the stuff that we do that's more serious than this sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah, it's not nearly as fun, but still entertaining and nonetheless.
True.
All right, man. Kisses.